Good morning, family. It's a gloomy day today in the Bean. Your boy's bumping that new Gucci Mane, Woptober. Finished my session here in the South End, walking to the Buttery to go meet up with Coach Urso, chop it up a little bit. We got a lot to catch up on, man, because he's been doing big things, I've been doing big things, and now let's just trade some war stories. Let's go. Plug your podcast. Your podcast.
Oh, my podcast? Yeah, sorry, I got Fit Coach Consultant, man. Bringing like business strategy tips, mindset, behavior change strategies for people who are looking to grow fitness business. Not just the business, but themselves too, right? Because at the end of the day, we control our business. So you improve self, you improve your business, right?
Yo, I pulled up on Christian. We bumping that new Gucci joint. Young boy on this track, right? He riding that shit real good.
What? Bro, what are you talking about, man?
Yo, I
Pause.
Yo.
Pause. You know how these youngins be. Pause. I'm about to have to bleep. I'm about to bleep this whole shit out.
We mean how the young boys are, man. Look, that's the thing now.
Yeah.
Yo, non-binary and shit.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Yo,
actually, when you say no homo, you start offending people.
Yeah, I know. I just said pause. I ain't say that.
Bro, I'm out, man. That nigga's tripping.
I just said pause.
Same difference.
Anyway, young boy, NBA young boy, man. His album #1 in the country right now, and I'm having this debate with a lot of hip hop heads. They're not trying to give him his just due, but he put together a solid piece of work, man. Go listen to that album. Like, it's definitely mood music, definitely bumps in the whip. It's a new sound. You know what I'm saying? It's not like that old school '90s New York. You gotta evolve with the times too. Give Young Boy his just due. His album AI Young Boy 2 is dope from top to bottom. Listen to it top to bottom, and if you don't like it, you don't like it. Just say that your ears haven't evolved over the times. Know what I mean? Just give him a chance. That album is definitely fire. Also, I'm still pushing that Jim Jones album, dog.
I rocks with that one. I rocks with that one.
Jim Jones.
Crystal Occasions. I start my day. I've been starting my day with that song for the good. Solid
that album is solid. Rick Ross feature on there is dope.
New era,
dope. Yo,
I rock
man.
With that one.
Yo, that album is dope. What else I want bumping? I'm halfway through this Gucci album. The features are just outperforming him on the album. Not gonna lie. You know what I'm saying? Young Boy outperforming him. The Baby, Lil Baby, Meg Thee Stallion. He got some heavy hitters featured on this album, and they're outperforming them. But, you know what I mean? If you're a fan of Gucci, that Gucci style, definitely you
still got a Gucci sound though. It still got a Gucci sound. Like he showed up on that regard.
Yeah, and I like the fact that, you know, he maintains that Gucci sound, and those features are like on that Gucci sound, like outperforming them, which is like, anyway, go give it a listen. You won't be disappointed. That's definitely a tune. Yo, shout out to Kodak Black and Kevin Gates on Gucci's album. They definitely was talking that shit. I'm about to go listen to Project Baby 2 again. Free Kodak. You know what I'm saying? Yo, that album is fire, man. Anyway, I pull up on Christian. He about to talk some shit for his channel. You know what I'm saying? So go, he's doing some big things on social media. Lasagna Podcast is moving along. We're about to drop this like a mixtape, you know what I'm saying? Yo, 8-episode LP. Yo, it's about to be a vibe, man. Stay tuned.
All right, so as you guys already know, we've been doing this Lasagna Podcast. We 3 episodes in. We following through on our mission here. So now it's like, okay, we had basically, first of all, we had a bomb-ass interview last Friday. Like, I feel like every week we just up the ante and this gets better and better. So now I'm basically looking at, okay, what's our lineup? Who else can we interview? Who else can we interview for the podcast who can add value to our audience or listeners? So the next one, I basically got set up Angela with Sweat Remix. We could talk a little bit about self-awareness and talk about that personal development process. I feel like she's a go-to expert in that space. We have Alex E. Edwards from Thumbprint Realty, but he's just a pure entertainer. I think you guys need to meet him, and I think the Lasagna podcast is a great way to introduce him to the world. Then I was just going through Instagram, like, who are those people in Boston who are like movers and shakers in their space? And for me, I'm trying to specifically handpick individuals for a reason, so that we can kind of get a grand scope of the different elements and different angles that contribute to a brand. So we have a stylist that we're going to bring on to the podcast. We have someone who works more in the HR space. So how does human resources and internal culture influence brand? I got someone else that I want to try to reach out to for that. Even people who have been successful at creating strong brands. Okay, what was your journey as being a founder, getting that perspective? So I'm being very intentional, just because I know branding is a very grand type of thing. It's a really big organism, but it's how do I break that down for you guys so we can have an understanding of these different pieces and how they contribute to the whole. For me, it's more about creating that diversity of information. So right now we're just kind of going through Instagram, going through our contact list, and maybe thinking about who do I know already who can offer you guys the perspective that I feel like you guys deserve. So yeah, that's where we at. I'm excited about it. I've basically been doing some marketing planning, doing some creating some brand guides and things that I can add some value. Remember, I told you before about value-based content rather than visual-based content. I just been over time just committing myself, okay, about consistency. So every day I commit to creating 2 new posts. I don't post them. I create 2 new posts every single day so that I have a collection, so I can start planning out my drip campaigns and planning out my social media drops, so I'm not overwhelmed. That's a strategy about being consistent. It's like, how do you build up your arsenal so that you are always playing catch up to the content rather than you chasing down content. That makes sense. So yeah, that's where we at. Lasagna podcast. Man, listen, I'm excited about it. We haven't really set any specific deadlines or goals for when we want to do it, but we have committed to doing a podcast every week. So it's not about the sprint, it's about the marathon. So being consistent in our actions. We shoot every Monday and Wednesday. We record our podcast every Friday. There it is. Easy as that.